How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let's get this mission started. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Goes for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. The low is denied. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Solid combo. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? This adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Taking stock. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Trying to read each other here? Jumps up? Both fighters planning something? Sneaks in the throw. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start. Checks him with the boom. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player one kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Sonic boom! Feeling out the spacing. Connects with medium kick. Both fighters planning something? Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player one can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Jumps up. Somersault kick. Knockdown and hopes for the medium kick. Checks him with the wow, critical. What's gonna happen? The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Starts with a jump in. All right, what's coming up next? Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Was looking for that jump attack. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Jumps up. Nice counter. Going in. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Player a super art sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Okay, here we go. Not so fast. And super art to show him what a peak flatline zone. One more. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Backed out at the start. They're not taking any chances. Player one with the and whiffs. They're wide open. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. What now? Player two can't use drive anymore. Oh, they switch sides. Burns out. Looking for a hook. Sets up with the closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player one chases them down. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Heading into the end game now, and a super activate. What a finish. Great lead in the life gauge there. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player one hits them with a stopping bot. It's a good spot to use the super. This may be it. Gets out of the corner. Sure you can? What'll happen here? Pops him with a shorty. Going in? Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They exchange blows. Brushes that off and keeps going. Dragon Lash! A real test of nerves here. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Throws a projectile to zone the distantly to some big damage. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Like there's a burnout. Amazing! And whiffs! Their one breaks through with the throw! Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Here's to a fair fight. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a chance with that jump one. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. From up above. Knockdown. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Impact's a no-go. Okay, creating some space here. The pressure is so intense here. All right, what's coming up next? Not shy with the grab. Life lead opens up. Beats them and goes in for the hug. Taking stock. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? Player two will look to apply roses with the throw. Hitting them with a smart stuff.
Round two.
Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Whiffs the throw. Throws him. What's next? Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Big opportunity coming. Both fighters planning something? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. What'll happen here?
Away. Away.
Oh, got too eager. Player two will look to apply pressure here.
Away.
Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. The impact doesn't do anything. Jumps in. Plot twist. Hazanchu. Can they create an... Oh, yo! Rock super here. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Don't underestimate me.
Final round. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Spinning bird kick. Player two. Oh, the throw connects. takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Oh, plot twist! Player 2 has a big drive gauge lead. Hazanshu goes to the air, fools him and locks him in embrace. Okay, here we go. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Nothing stops this train. Send them to another dimension. I can't believe Hawks nothing but air. Oh, it's enough. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called. Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 pushes the KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Teleport! That's gonna rattle, brushes that off and keeps going. Takes a trip. Play.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Reads them. Player 1 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Combo with the target combo. Takes the chance to hurt him. 3 ball? What'll happen here? Experiencing burnout. In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Burnout activates. Knockdown and... Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Challenge from above. Block digs in deep to get that drive in. Going in? Just goes for it at this range. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move!
Now you know history.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts
It was a
now.
beautiful fight.
Final round. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 got smothered. But what now? Still slugging it out at this range. Turns out. Oh, here we go. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Super armor. Hold and calculate. Player 1 let the Chernobyl rip. What now? Pumps nothing but air. Loads up the javelin and blasts them with the good stuff. A real test of nerves here. This is it. Looking for it is over. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let's get this round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Big counter! Backs them into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Had the radar up and running. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Misses the drive impact. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Jumps in. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Too far out to make good on the air throw. Departure set. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. He got in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps up. Checks him with a boom. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Both fighters have a fires off at Chernobyl. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 needs to use this and lead to some big damage. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Let's loose a boom. Stone cold embrace. You can't block those. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Big time whip. Can they close? There's a burnout. One chance here may end this match. Can they break through with a solid puncher? A fireball at that range? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let's get this mission. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. Saw that low heavy coming. Starts off zoning with fireballs. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Does a good job of pushing back. Anything could happen here. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Misses the drive impact. Not shy with the grab. Life lead opens up. Spikes him with trigger. Going in, experience gets him. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Reads them. Throwing some shade. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Knockdown and hits him with a stop and bop. Looking for a chance. 3-volt ices him. Jumps in. Going in. Sonic boom. Oh, could be the start of something. Checks him with the boom. A quick breather. Fools him and locks him in embrace. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Life lead is there. Impact squat. Cross up a KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. Chernobyl. Is this early super gonna change things? Player two with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Stone cold embrace. You can't block those. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Boom! Will this super art do anything? Okay, here we go. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Are they going to be the low's block? Let's loose a boom. Gets into perfect fireball range. Oh, they switch sides. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Sonic blade to steal a turn. Even this can lead to some big damage. A real test of nerves. There's a burnout. Sonic blade for some cover fire. Can they break through with a solid puncher? Only the best of players can come back from this. Excellent damage on that. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. They're just gonna go for it with the super. They back down to regroup. This maid burns out, fools them and locks them, and it is over. Player two delivers the upset. That's one for the replays.
Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Shall we begin? Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. He goes for the throw. was well in range to score the throw. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Taking stock. Reads them. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. All right, what's coming up next? Grabs them. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Next hit will end the round. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it, fires off the Tenobo. Risky up-close scrap, stone cold and break. You can't block those. Drive and back misses. Okay, here we go. Big time whip. Connects with the throw. Send them to another dimension. Flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Break them. Who's going to steal the good decision with that throw? Player 2 with a slight lead will throws them. That throw will do some good damage. Shakes things up with a fire. Excellent block. They are not getting all the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. The low connects with the throw. Okay, here we big time whip. Both are red stone cold and break. You can't block those. Taking chugs, nothing but air. Throws. I can't. They're just gonna go for it with the super. It is over. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Avoids getting cornered. Throws him down. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Taking stock. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Experiencing burnout. Grabs them. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Dawson serving up a sick burn with their sunburst. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Yoga float. Where's this going? Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. You get a lot more out of a counter throw than a normal one. Both fighters are working with a low SA gauge, but that may not deter them from going on the attack. Resource management is the key to winning. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Breaks the block with a throw. Tenobo! Lets off a Yoga Fire. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Out of range. Relatively safe. They were expecting that drive impact. watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Big throws. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Knockdown and... jumps! Drops him hard! Ooh, what a smart throw! Noticeable life lead. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Punish counter on reaction. The super connect. Drive impact misses. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Throw is denied. What a read. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Big impact squashed. Who will come out on top? Teleport! Oh my god, what a throw tech! Who will set the bait and uses their drive gauge? Great job in escaping that corner. Wraps it up with a throw! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Denies that throw attempt. Counter hit throw there. Those hit harder than normal throws and really pile on the pressure. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets some. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A brave forward jump there to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Yoga fire there. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Their spacing is so on point. Stone cold and break. You can't block those. Teleport. Big time whip. Deflect the Chernobyl whip. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Very good indeed.
Final round. Fight!
Open. This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. The Priglov skewers them. Okay, here we go. Tons of space between the throw is denied. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Both sides getting ready. Where's this going? Stone cold and break. You can't block those. Big time whip. Connects with the throw. You'll punish counter on reaction. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Wall flat into the guard front. They are done. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Fight with all your
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
Away.
Starts with a jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability... Will this super art connect? Big counter! Goes in on the impact for nothing. Knockdown. Freeze down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting to experiencing burnout. Fires off the Ternova. Spends it on the super art. The quarter makes it. Puts them in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Boots them. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. They're going for the super art. Javelin of Marisa. Digs in it. Scrapping it out up close. They gotta press here to take advantage of this drive dash. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 just goes for it at this range. Jumps in, TKO! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Shall we begin? Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Throws him down. Steps in for the throw. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Big counter. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Had the radar up and running. Lets off a yoga fire. Checks him with a projectile. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? The jump in catches them. bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Fires without warning. Both fighters are working with a low SA gauge. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the target combo as a filler. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. The throw miss. Burns out. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Low heavy. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. So, what's next? Drive usage is back on the table. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. The damage is really... and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Just out of range for that throw. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. A quick breather. Player 1 with experiencing burnout. There's a change of sides. They were not clear for takeoff. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Flashes him. Uses the gauge for a super up. This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Time to reassess the situation. Goes for the Fireball, which is very strong at this range. This is the time to use Fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Denies the jump in. Hits him with a stopping bot. The Dragon Lash Flame wraps it up with a decisive combo. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Starts with a jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. The low kick is blocked. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Whiffs the throw. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Knocked down. Will this super art connect? Box him with a target combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Changing up the beat with the hidden variable. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. This Dragon Lash flame could be big. Knockdown and both fighters, they're going for the super art. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? Caught in the crossover. What'll happen? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Bushin beats assaults them from the air. Ooh, comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beats. Player 2 will need to play it conserved. Goes out of sight. Oh, the throw connects. Their spacing is so on point. Tricky hidden variable. Life lead is there, but KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Stark reads the jump in perfectly. Pokes with a medium kick. Clutch, anti-air. Dragon Lash. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Oh, combo. Let's go. What are they? Knocked them out of the air. Looking to follow up after that target. Nothing stops this train. Yes, sir. More turning it right up with a super. Gets the side switch. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Both sides getting ready. Goes out of sight. Connects with the throw. What wall splat into the guard break. Brings them from above with the Bushin beats. Cooks up some hot and spicy damage with the Bushin beats. What are they gonna do? Sticks out a kick. Parries. A real test of activism. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Goes for the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 chases them down, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here.
My turn.
Did well to get the buff in there. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. At this rank, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Uses a KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Flashes him. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Doing some quick planning? Looks like they both relied a lot on their drive arts. What'll happen here? Blocks. He's experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Jump solid anti-air. Player 2 can't afford the stakes without that drive gauge. Oh my God. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Only a little bit of drive and life left. Whoa! Critical art now? Shin Ashogeki! This could be make or break! There's a burnout!
I am the prize.
Wraps it up with a throw! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Pushing you on the scene.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 is using their drive liberally. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time, so it's vital to not let that happen. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Impact's a no-go. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Going in, they're going for the super art. In there! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Gets scooped from down low. Changing up the beat with the hidden variable. Very solid corner switch. Steals back a chance. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Jumps up. Shoryuken. All right, what brushes that off and keeps going. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Not much life difference. Hidden variable? Smart play with the throw. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. A quick breather. Player 1 can't let this sit. Perfect execution with the anti-air. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Shut up!
This is a critical moment. Close range projectile. Looking for a hold. Watch your step. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Only a little bit of drive and life left. There's a burnout. Player 1 uses that wall pressure. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Chuck the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Fires without warning. Still plenty of time left. What'll happen here? Blake brushes that off and keeps going. Flashes him. Uses the gauge for a super art. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Player 2 is barely hanging. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Player 1 knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Finds the target. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Burns out. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. They are not getting close to each other. Okay, nobody blink. Beats them out.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable
On
of.
the scene.
Don't expect. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Counter hit throw there. Good parry there, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. No heavy. What are they thinking here? Shoots off a fireball up close. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Nails the anti-air. Knockdown. Down to the wire. Cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Solid blocking. That was tricky. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Pokes with a medium kick. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air tag. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Looking for a chance. Pops him with a shorty. Play brushes that off and keeps going. Dragon Lap! Burnout activates. A quick breather. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Just drops them. Shows a medium kick. Flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Checks with a medium kick. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Cashes out of the Shippujinra. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to this can lead to some big damage. Goes out of sight. Looking for a hole.
Wait.
A jump in. Arc step. Anti-air in the clutch. Blocks the low kick. Nothing stops this train. Nice fireball. Burns out. Fireball pressure. Oh my god, they just choked it up. In attack range. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The drive impact the fireball at that range. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Pushing you.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. Decides to go in with the target combo. What's the play here? Close him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. The jump in is denied. Sees it coming and blocks it out. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Off you go.
Impact's a no-go. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Oh god, this is tense. Checks him with a projectile. In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Pops him with a shorty. Jumps up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Farewell.
Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Breaks the block with a throw. Blink burns out. Pay attention. Jumps up. There's a change of... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Reads the throw and escapes. Oh, huge raw critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Sit down and shut up. Closes it out. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to throw but doesn't connect. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. No good up high. Oh, with the drive impact. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Poked down to the wire. Cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Opts to create space to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Grabs them, somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Brings out an early super to pile on the pressure. Player 1 can't use a super arc. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beats. Bushin beats assaults them from the air. The life remain experiencing burnout. Breaks the block with a throw. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? The engagement here will have a huge effect. Ooh, what a smart throw! Amazing! They're going for the super arc? A real test of nerves here. Drive. Oh, yo! Rock Soup, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Jumps in. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 2 goes out of sight. Oh, the throw connects. Escapes the corner. The low's blocked. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2, low heavy, but no go. Both stop. Nothing stops this train. There's a burnout. Coming in hot. Dragon Last Glance cooks them up good. What now? No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Gets the side switch. Dangerous range. Tricky hidden variable. Connects with the throw. Neither fighter is showing any signs of backing down. Player 2! Oh my god, they just chunked it up! Ugh, take a seat! Going in! Jumps! What are they gonna do? The drive impact doesn't work! Oh my god, Raw Super! Takes their legs out! They gotta... I called it! I called it! They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Sticks out a kick. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Goes out of sight. This round may end with a timeout. Can either fighter hunker down and close this out? Oh my god, they just choked it up. Excellent block. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Okay, nobody blink. What are they gonna do? Escapes the round by the skin of their teeth. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Torso cleaver dices him. Jumps. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Track that jump nicely. Throws him down. What are they thinking here? No go for the throw. The low kick is blocked. Plenty of life left. A full drive gauge to work with. They have tons of options at their disposal. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. The super art finds its mark. Player 2 chases them down. Barry heats it up with a combo into super. All right, what's coming up next? Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Next hit will end the round. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Rushes that off and keeps going. Risks the impact. Knockdown and goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Shows the medium kick. Opts for the overdrive to get a side spin. Both fighters planning something? A jump in? Low heavy. Finds the target. Changes the pace with the fireball. Turns out. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Special match. Versus Practice Arcade Story.
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me.